Over the past few episodes, we worked through some goal setting strategies as well as some prep work that we may need to consider to set ourselves up to succeed. Today, we'll take the prep work theme deeper by exploring nesting seasons and how they are vital to preparing our hearts, minds, and spirits to begin goal setting fueled with purpose. I want to talk about this season of preparation because part of our personal success relies on creating and maintaining organized, tailor-made spaces where we can nurture our goals and then the steps that we need to take to achieve them. I've gone through so many nesting seasons in my literal life and in my inner life as well. And I'm excited to share some of the ways to optimize your own preparation process. In today's episode, you'll get insights into what a nesting season is, and you'll gain some tips for how you can utilize nesting season strategies in your own life. Do you crave better self-esteem and confidence but feel stuck in a fog of uncertainty? If you're ready to gain clarity on your goals and cut yourself free from the fear, self-doubt, and worry holding you back, this show is for you. I'm Jennifer DeBellis, award-winning author, speaker, and clarity coach. I help women like you restore their inner worlds and get clear on their goals to confidently fulfill their greatest desires. Ready to restore your inner warrior? Then turn off those distractions and tune in to this next episode. Girl, is your vision of your future so foggy you feel stuck in a tunnel of uncertainty, overwhelmed by stress and worry that your life is at a standstill when everyone else seems to be thriving? Do you see other people's social media posts and wonder, why isn't my life taking off like theirs? When will I enjoy personal success like that? I know how easy it is to be stuck in this place, spinning your wheels in the mud and sinking deeper into a rut. What if I told you there are simple steps you can take to reclaim your peace of mind, time, and focus as you fulfill your greatest desires? I'm Jennifer DeBellis, transformational author and speaker. On May 6th, I'm hosting a free live clinic, From Zero to Clear on Your Goals. I invite you to come and learn how easy it is to set yourself up for personal success as you get clear on your goals and map out what first steps to take to begin. We'll debunk the myths about personal success and begin to design a plan that's perfectly fit to meet your unique needs. Save the date for this lunch hour clinic happening May 6th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 1 to 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I can't wait to show you how to get unstuck and clearly see your goals and future. Claim your free seat today at restoreYourInnerWarrior.org/Zero to Clear Live. That's RestoreYourInnerWarrior.org/ZEROTOCLEARLIVE. We often think of nesting in connection to an expectant mom, and it's usually in her final trimester. So like the analogy of the birds, this is the time that we prepare the nest, so to speak, and we eliminate any disorder or distress. So we're preparing this safe, clean, organized, functional space. And this idea of preparing things is also backed by this hope and this expectation that something new and life-changing is about to happen. And we want to be ready for it. Spring is in full bloom where I'm at right now, and so I get to watch all of these creatures running around and flying around in my backyard, and they're all nesting. They're preparing for the babies that they're about to bring into the world. And it kind of reminded me of seasons in my life where I was an expectant mom and I found myself nesting. And, each pregnancy was different, but one in particular was a really challenging one because I wasn't nesting in the traditional sense where I was just preparing my home. I was actually nesting in a way where I was moving. So we were moving from one house into a much bigger house. We had a family business. We also had to move that. I was pregnant with my middle daughter, so I had a toddler in tow. And for whatever reason, every pregnancy different, this pregnancy was literally sucking the life out of me. I felt tired and lethargic and unmotivated all the time. But then we just had this miracle kind of land in our laps, and it was like, we have this opportunity to move, and it's everything we dreamed about. And it was like, buckle up. You need to get on board here, even if you don't feel like it. You're tired, we'll figure it out. And so I found myself having to get everything ready in a different way. I had to pack things up. So I had to go through things, pack things up, get rid of things. And then I had to make small trips out. And it's like a 45-minute drive. So I would make these small trips out in our big cargo van. And then I would bring in box by box, because again, I'm pregnant, so I can't really lift a lot of stuff. So I'm bringing in these smaller packed boxes, unpacking them, cleaning stuff, unpacking them, bringing back the empty boxes, lather, rinse, repeat over and over and over again. And I had to take a lot of naps. So I would get home, I would take a nap. I was on toddler time too. So I would take a nap with my toddler, and then we would get up and I would lather, rinse, repeat. I would keep going through this process over and over and over again. And I just want to make a Mythbuster comment here. So many people subscribe to this idea that we go through nesting seasons when we get this energy. Like if you think about how, there is a form of energy that animals carry into spring where the daylight is just longer and the temperature is warmer. And so it's like you're coming out of this winter hibernation, you're coming out of it, you're moving around, the fresh air is good for you, and all that stuff is good and it's energizing and everything. But it's not the same kind of like magical energy that you just like, you feel the energy, you feel the inspiration, and then you get to work. It's almost often like you're a little bit slowed down. So like when you're pregnant, for instance, you're literally slowed down. By the third trimester, you are carrying around a lot of extra weight. You're awkward. It's exhausting. And, to say like you have all this energy, but it's an inner energy. You have this energy in your inner space. And as you do things and you accomplish things and you see that you're doing these things, it is energizing. It spurs you on. And so it's almost like this contagious thing that maybe you didn't feel the physical energy to do these things, but by seeing the accomplishment and also knowing like you're seeing things come together, but then you're also like, oh my God, this new life, this new beginning is about to happen. And it's super exciting. And so that excitement sometimes also fuels our energy and it keeps us going even when we're exhausted. And so I just wanted to point that out because I think a lot of times when we talk about the sense of, trying to prepare things in our own life or trying to clean things up in our own life, which I'm about to get into here, there's, that misconception that like it's going to be like, oh, it's going to be epic and I'm going to have so much energy. And then when you don't feel that way, you feel like there's something wrong with you. Like, well, everybody else has all this energy and everybody else feels motivated. And then they're kind of using that motivation to then propel them forward. And it's usually the other way around. They're just getting started and they're using that momentum to keep them going. It's like when you think about like if you're riding a bike, you got to start spinning the tires before the bike starts to carry you down the road or the path. It's the same way. You've got to start getting that momentum going, and then the energy will just pick up. And something that I really was dealing with when I was moving and I was pregnant was this sense of overwhelm. Especially when I first started. I think I was 6 months pregnant or almost 7 months pregnant when we decided we're going to move. So I went from like, okay, getting my house ready all these months. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're going to move. And again, it's not just moving a family of 3 to a house that's twice the size. It's also moving a business that we had going. And my husband had been in this house over 13 years. There was a lot of stuff accumulated. And so there were times when I would look around and I didn't know where to start. And then I would just feel this state of overwhelm and this uncertainty about all these things that were like kind of piled up. And as I was thinking about this episode, I was thinking about that's a great comparison if we want to juxtapose those two things with what I want to talk to you about today, in the sense that we can get stuck in a state of overwhelm and uncertainty, and these life matters just seem to like pile up to almost where they're cementing us down or they're starting to hold us down. They're the thing that's holding us down. And we're left with this literal internal doom pile. They say when you have to go through and clean up your clutter, it's like the doom piles. And so you have to deal with these doom piles and you kind of have to sort through them. And just like we make the keep, the give, and the sell piles, when we declutter some living space or working space that we have, we need to do a little decluttering and reorganization in our internal spaces as well. This is an important step that helps us go from uncertainty and chaos to clear and focused. And we're going to talk about this in the coming episodes. So nesting is a way we, like that expectant mother, can care for ourselves and prepare the safest, healthiest space for us to grow and thrive, and for our goals to grow and thrive. Over the coming weeks, as we approach my May 6th free live clinic from Zero to Clear on Your Goals, I want you to enter this nesting season. I want you to get prepared so that you can hop on this clinic and you can really fully gain everything that you could possibly gain to set yourself up to start working toward achieving your goals and personal success. And so I want to give you just a little head start so that when you come on, you already have some things in place and some things organized, and the space is set up and ready for then to focus on these other things. So it's real easy trap to fall into, to think like, oh, all I got to do is just start planning it out, figure out the steps, and then get going, when actually we might be in a state where we need to do some of this nesting season stuff to prepare things, to prepare ourselves and to prepare our thinking in order to then take the next step, which is to kind of figure out how to get unstuck and get clear, and then start planning out which steps to take and which ones to take first. So I want you to enter your own nesting season here. And I want you to think about, are there things you're carrying in your heart and mind that are making you feel stuck or trapped under a mountain of chaos? So are there things that you look around, or maybe when you sit and you close your eyes and you meditate, that are just making you feel like stuck? I can't do this. I can't go anywhere. I got this holding me back. I got that. I got to deal with this first. Just start getting a handle on what those things might be. Just start identifying them, because believe it or not, recognizing our obstacles is 50% of the battle. So when we can just recognize these things and call them to light, that's you've already done half the work there. So I also want you to think about, are there things in your physical spaces that need the same attention? Note these as well. Then I want you to reorganize your inner space and even some of your living or workspaces, if it applies, into the things that you get to keep and the things that have to be purged. So you're going to kind of go through two different piles, whether we're talking about the figurative, mind and heart stuff, or we're talking about our physical living spaces or workspaces, your keep or your get rid of. And the get rid of could be, I'm going to sell it, I'm going to give it away, I'm going to donate it. It doesn't matter. You're just thinking about what's staying in my life and what I don't have room for, or don't have a use for anytime, or it's just garbage I need to get out of my life. And then I want you to also, at the same time, I want you to kind of retrain your thinking here and just think, imagine that you are expecting some new great thing to begin in your life. So you have to put yourself in that mindset. And you've been given this gift of time to prepare for its arrival. What can you do to prepare these environments to cultivate a safe and healthy space for the renewed you? Because you're going to be different when you clean these things up and you separate things and you have a different insight into your own situation. So this renewed you to grow and thrive in the season that follows. Well, girl, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, follow my channel and share it with friends who also want to restore their self-worth and confidence. And if you're ready to get clarity and big picture vision on your goals, consider booking a one-on-one coaching session with me. Find a link in the show notes below to book a session. And as you go through your week, may your empowered spirit, heart, and mind guide you. Catch new episodes every Saturday. Ciao.